Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. It's another day, a brand new, beautiful morning, beautiful day. And then today's topic we'll be treating child's rights in Nigeria. Yay! So let's just let the women breathe. Let's move into the child's rights for a moment. Okay, so introduction to child's rights in Nigeria. That's today's topic. I hope you have your pen and your notepad. Let's dive in. So, who is a child? Let's even start from there. Do you know who a child is? UNICEF defined a child as a person below the age of 18 years. And the Child Rights Act 2003 adopted same. So a child is anyone who is below the age of 18 years in Nigeria. Okay, good. Section 1 of the Child Rights Act provides that in every action, whether by an individual, a public or private sector, government agency, legislative court of law, every action, before you take it, the best interest of the child is paramount. The child must be considered in everything you do. So if you're supposed to carry out an act here and you see a child here and you know that act is going to affect the child, then you don't have to carry out that act. That is what the law means by best interest of the rights of a child. Let us go down the rights of every Nigerian child. The rights of every Nigerian child is just the same as the rights enshrined in Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution. We've treated that before. You can just go to our previous video, you'll see it. So every child is also protected by that same right in Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution. Child Rights Act 2003 also provided some rights in Part 2. It provided from Section 4 to Section 18 of that right. We'll just quickly run down the rights. We'll run down through the rights provided in Child Rights Act. We have Section 4, right to survival and development. A child has right to survive and must be developed by the adult who is with that child. There's Section 5, right to name and birth registration. Every human being, every child must have a name and must be registered according to the Registration Act. Then Section 6, freedom of association and peaceful assembly, of course, with necessary guidance and directions of his parents or guardians. Section 7, freedom of thoughts, conscience and religion. Freedom of thoughts, though, it's not as if someone is about to control your thoughts. You see, this freedom of thought is the most independent right I've ever seen, because no one, absolutely no one, has the right to deny you of your thought and conscience. They say that even the devil does not even know the content of a man's heart. Even the devil does not know the content of your heart. Not talk of someone else coming to deny you of your freedom of thought. So enjoy it. That's your absolute right. That's the absolute privilege, absolute right. Okay, so a child to enjoy freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, of course, subject to the tradition and directions of family values and then the guardians and the child's parents. Section 8, right to private and family. Right to freedom of movement, subject to parental control anyway, of course. Then Section 10, right to freedom from discrimination. You don't discriminate a child. You don't discriminate a child because of their birth conditions, situations they found themselves, what they didn't plan, they did what they can't change. Child Rights Act said you shouldn't. It's actually an offense and it's punishable. You don't discriminate. Section 11, right to dignity of the child. You have to clothe the child. You have to protect the child dignity. You don't leave the child naked. because he is a child or because she is a child, you leave them naked. No, then where is that dignity? You must protect a child's dignity. Clothe them. Section 12, right to leisure, recreation, and cultural activities. Of course, subject to parental guidance. There's right to health and health services. Every child deserves health care. Every child deserves medical health care. They deserve adequate attention when they are ill. They deserve to get treated. They deserve to be protected from illnesses. Then section 14, right to parental care, protection, and maintenance. It doesn't matter. No matter what your excuses are, a child must be maintained. A child must be protected. Section 15, right to free, compulsory, and universal primary education. Free connotes the fact that the child cannot take care of themselves. They cannot pay their fees. So free education means you, their parents and guardians, must take care of the child. You have to pay. Free education means the state has to take care of every child. They have to provide free and adequate education, free basic education. Where the child is done with school and there's no resources, there's not enough resources to send them to secondary school, you must make that child learn a trade. In fact, the meaning of this section is that every human being, every child must be useful. And basic education is the foundation. Where they cannot continue with education, make them useful by making them learn trades. Let them learn skills that will be useful to them in future. Section 16 says rights of special need children are also protected. Rights of any special need child, their rights are protected in the Child Rights Act. Okay? They are humans, of course. They enjoy all the rights. Section 17, right of unborn child to be protected against harm. Whereby a mother gives birth to a child and the child is born with some form of deformity that the mother could have avoided while pregnant, or that deformity is caused by the mother's negligence or act of the mother, the child can actually sue. The child can sue for that negligence while still in the womb. It's funny, right? But that's true. Section 18, contractual rights of a child. Can a child enter into a valid contract? Let me hear your thoughts about this. What do you think? Can a child enter into a valid contract? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Share your thoughts with us. Let us know. Teach us. We are here to learn from you too. I'm learning. Thank you. See you next time. But first, let's hear. What do you think? Can a child enter into a valid contract? See you next time.